but I suppose now's the time. And the reason why you clicked on this video, let's take a fall. Okay, G. Falling. Whoa. There you go. Nice and safe.
So that was a lead climbing fall.
Okay, you can learn me.
But right now you might be asking yourself, what even is lead climbing? So let's rewind, take a step back, and start from the very bottom. Lead climbing is where the climber ascends a route from the ground up, bringing the rope up as they go. You create your own protection as you progress by clipping the rope into pre-placed quick draws as you climb up. This method of climbing is more dynamic and challenging as it involves managing the rope and the protection systems while also focusing on the ascent. By now you might be thinking that free fall looked a little bit sketchy, but why did lead climbers fall like that? So this illustration does a good job of showing us how it works. At point A, the climber is about to fall. We can see here that he is above his last piece of protection. At point B, he has fallen and is midway through the fall directly in line with that piece. At C, the slack is being quickly taken up, and at D, the rope catches him and the fall finishes. That last piece of protection acts like the apex of a pendulum. As the climber falls down, the belayer gets pulled into the air to balance it out. So let's take a look at the pendulum in action. As before, I'm climbing up the route and I'm clipping the rope into the quick draw carabiners. In climbing gyms, these are already hanging on the wall. Outside, you carry up your own drawers and clip them into pre-inserted bolts embedded in the rock. The person who establishes the route brings up a drill and individually drills holes and places bolted hardware into the rock face, and they remain there indefinitely.
Okay, G, ready? Falling.
So did you see that? That was a great view of how the belayer catches the climber.
Okay, that's good.
And the weight distribution pulls them up from the ground. Both people equal out and end up being suspended in the air. Okay, but what happens after you take a fall? Because the climber has fallen past the last piece of protection, the rope is now above them. The belayer can manage the slack from the ground while the climber climbs up to their last high point.
So now I can just climb back up to where I was. So I'm basically on top rope at this point. And carry on.
If the climber were to fall during this, they wouldn't take another free fall because they are below their last clipped quick draw.
So I'm back here. I'll just clip above and keep going.
Lots of factors affect how big a fall is. For example, how much slack is in the system,
Falling!
or how high the climber was
Falling!
above their last piece of protection. If the climber has time, it can be helpful to shout down to the belayer to give them a little bit of warning. In this small amount of time, the belayer can time their jump and soften their catch of the climber.
So the cool thing about falling is that when you get to the top of a climb and you lock in these anchors, you can take a little whipper. Ready?
Alright everyone, I hope this has given you a little bit of insight into falling while lead climbing.
Oh, nice.
Let me know in the comments if there are any other parts of climbing that you'd like me to make a video about, and take it easy out there.